So it looks like we're getting mixed reports about what went down at the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 reunion. Kandi is saying that she's surprised at the seating because of who they sat next to who. And according to the Shade Assassin, aka Kenya Moore, she's saying it was a mild reunion. And did the Real Housewives of Atlanta's latest episode beat one of the top reality shows? Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So this past week, we recapped the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I wasn't completely shocked that we saw a drop in live viewers this week, though, because we also have to remember the MTV Video Music Awards were also airing at the time. And according to a lot of you, when we did our Tuesday takeover, they scored over 3.9 million viewers. However, that did not take away from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Atlanta had a strong live viewership this past week with, according to our friends over at TV Deets, 964,000 live viewers with a 0.30 demo, beating out one of our other favorite shows, TLC's 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After premiere. This is the premiere episode. And I have to say, 90 Day Fiancé, it usually scores very high no matter what's happening on Sundays. So for this to happen is a big deal. But some of you will say, like I've been saying about 90 Day Fiancé, it's been lackluster. They've been having a lot of crazy fake storylines, forced storylines. So it should be no surprise. But a lot of you have been saying this current season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta hasn't been that great. And I'll admit, after all the episodes, it's not my favorite season. It isn't. And according to Kenya, it might not be our favorite reunion. So Kenya was being interviewed on a live news program, and she was talking about this reunion, and she referred to the reunion as mild. She said that we didn't see the Shade Assassin.
Reunion.
Yes, reunion.
It's coming up.
What's in store already? Yes. You know, it was pretty tame. I think it was a pretty tame reunion. Yeah. The Shade Assassin wasn't really there. Yes.
How are you and Marlo, though?
Who?
Oh, well, I guess I got my answer. Not even at the reunion. There was no reconciliation.
You know, listen, my understanding is that I have to change my behavior because I'm crazy if I keep doing the same thing with you over and over again and expecting a different response. Why am I doing that to myself? I'm the one that's insane.
And it makes me think, mild? That's never good for a reunion. That's never good for a reunion. I don't need them to fight or get dragged across the stage, but to refer to the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion as mild, it kind of makes me believe her, even though we hear from other people that were there, including Burruss, that it was a spicy reunion. So for Kenya Moore to say that it was mild, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned for them, especially because I feel like these last few episodes have been a big buildup, and the reunion, everyone's so ready for it. I feel like the anticipation once we get there, we're going to be like, As you know, we reported that Carlos King, according to his close sources to production, it was revealed that Sheree is sitting next to Andy Cohen and Marlo is sitting next to Andy Cohen. So if you watch any of my recent videos on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I said, thinking back on the season, I kind of feel like Drew Sidora should be sitting next to Andy Cohen and Sheree, because I feel like Sheree brought a lot this season in regards to she had a lot going on. She had the fashion show. She had Tyrone. She had her beef with Drew. Drew had her beef with Drew. She has the adoption thing. Then she had her beef with Sonia. Marlo, we haven't seen these last couple of episodes where we're going to meet her mom, but her drama this season, to me, wasn't fitting to sit next to Andy Cohen. And I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it as well. Every time I bring up the seating chart, it's like, who gives a rat's who's sitting next to Andy Cohen? But as you know, it is a big thing in the Housewives world. Who had the biggest season? Who had the most drama this season? And apparently, they believe Marlo and Sheree. We shall see. But according to Kandi, she says that she was actually really shocked at the the seating for the reunion. She says this: fans can see Burruss next in the upcoming RHOA reunion. Asked if the reunion was going to be spicy, Burruss says, yeah, can bet everything you got on it. It's definitely spicy. I'll tell you a little tidbit, she continues. I arrived and I was like, who did this damn seating lineup? Can you picture Kandi's face? Who did this damn seating lineup? Because usually they sit you across from the person you're feuding with. But there are a couple of people who were definitely not getting along during the season, and they sat them right next to each other. I was like, who came up with this? I always thought the point was to separate us. I came into the room and I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea. So, as I said to you before, based on what we heard, Sheree and Marlo are sitting next to Andy. Next to Sheree are Kenya and Kandi. Next to Marlo are Drew and Sonia. As you know, Sonia and Drew had a lot of issues throughout the season, but I'm just trying to figure out how they would mix this up differently. I mean, I guess because Kandi pretty much gets along with everyone, you could have put Kandi on the other side, because you definitely couldn't put Kenya. So I think the producers were in a conundrum and they were like, we could put this person here, we can put this person here. Honestly, you could have put Drew next to Andy, Marlo in the middle, and then Sonia on the other side. That would have made a lot more sense to me. That would have made a lot more sense, and then kept the other side the same. Sheree, Kenya, and Kandi. Just a thought. What do you guys think? Are you excited? What did you think about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 overall? Now that we're towards the end, what did you think of the season? And what do you think of the lineup? And what do you think about Kenya saying that it was mild? We have one woman, Kandi, saying spicy, and another woman, Kenya, saying mild. Perception is a thing. Perception is a thing. We shall see, and we will be the judges, as you know that we always do, when we finally get to see the reunion. Stay tuned, because the Real Housewives of Dubai reunion is airing tonight, and I can't wait to watch, and I can't wait to talk about it, because I've heard all kinds of things about this reunion. I'll see you guys then, and as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.